Hello there and welcome back to another video. Now it's only going to be a short video about the team lineups and stuff like that for Liverpool versus West Ham because I completely didn't have time to do a full preview for this one, so I figured I'll get this on this video in just while I can, while we've had the lineups announced, and we're going to go through it all right now. So we got Alisson in goal, we've got Trent, Joe Matip, Virgil van Dijk and Andy Robertson. Into the midfield, we've got Jordan Henderson, Fabinho and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Really personally happy about that. Obviously, having Fabinho in that midfield just makes such a difference for us. And Jota, Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah, they lead the front line for us. On the bench, we have got Kelleher, Konate, Williams, Tsimikas, Phillips, Thiago, Minamino, Tyler Morton and Divock Origi. Now, for West Ham, they've got Fabianski in goal. They've got Ben Johnson at right back. Zuma, Ogbonna make the centre-back partnership with Cresswell on the left-hand side. Soucek and Declan Rice will be marshalling their midfield with Jared Bowen, Fornals and Ben Rama just in front of them, with Mikel Antonio up front as well. Going to be a really, really difficult game, this. It really will be. Purely because I don't really understand what has happened with West Ham recently, but West Ham just seem to have proper turned a corner over the last year under David Moyes. They've really just come out and put themselves in and amongst like the top 6, top 7, top 8, whatever it might be, where it used to be quite a thing for them to be, we're going to be fighting relegation, we could be getting a 12th place finish would be a decent finish for us, whereas now they're playing in Europe, they're doing well in the Europa League from what I understand as well, and they're not doing too badly in the Premier League either. It's going to be a tough game. What we did against Atletico Madrid it's kind of a good, I don't want to say foreshadowing of what could happen against West Ham, because West Ham play completely differently to Atletico Madrid, but that was a really, really tough game. Both legs against Atletico Madrid were really tough games for us for different reasons. We managed to get through it. We had red cards in both games for the opposition team as well. But what I like about Liverpool, obviously at the moment, is that we seem to be coming out pretty quick. We really come out and put the pressure on and try and score early goals. And we don't normally settle for like just one goal. We'll normally go for 2 goals. My only issue with Liverpool at the moment is when we go, like, say, if we do go 2-0 up or we score 2 goals, whatever it might be, we seem to then just sort of take our foot off the gas just a little bit and see if we can ride out the game. I'm not sure that's going to be really much of an option to do that against West Ham today, just because I think that they are set out in such a way to either soak up pressure and deal on a counter, or they actually seem to play a pretty good passing game as well. Seeing a lot more of that from teams that you don't necessarily expect it from. Teams like Brighton, for example, pass the ball really, really well. West Ham, they use the width of their players very, very well, and they use the physicality of Mikel Antonio up front as well, because he's a very physical presence, can hold the ball up against defenders, which I'm hoping, fingers crossed, Matip and Van Dijk will have a good game today against him, because it's not going to be easy for them, and the rest of the defence as well, Fabinho included in that as well. And that could actually be a vital cog of dealing with Antonio, because he's such a monster. He's such a physical brute of a person in a good way, and I mean that in a positive way. He's quick, he's got a good turn of pace, he's got a good turn in general, and when he seems to be turning into a pretty good finisher as well. So we're gonna have to be on it, because they're creative players like Fornals, Bowen, Ben Rama could cause us quite a few problems today as well, but we can cause them problems, and we shouldn't just be focused on what they could do to us, but what we could do to them. And if we come out, Jota, Mane and Salah, that is a very dynamic front line, obviously with Firmino missing out for what could be quite a long time, but upwards of 10 games or something like that he could miss. It's going to be a big miss for us, it really will be, and we'll have to start using Origi and Minamino as well, sort of to rotate, to manage with the injuries that we've got in that, to Firmino in particular. But we've got more than enough in this starting lineup and in our squad altogether to get a good result against West Ham. We shouldn't be looking for anything less if we're looking to be the ones that are going to push Chelsea and also Manchester City as well. I'm looking for us to win. Obviously, I think that we can win, and I'm really hoping that we do win. I'm gonna go. For me, it's gonna be quite tight. I'm gonna go for 2-1 Liverpool. I think this could be one of our tighter games that we've had. I know we've had, draws against the likes of Brentford, draws against Chelsea as well. We still, at this current moment in time, remain unbeaten in the Premier League, and I think also at all competitions, from what I can remember as well. I'd like that to continue for us. I'm sure everyone would as well, but it's not going to be any walk in the park. This isn't West Ham of like 3 or 4 years ago. This is a new West Ham, which are actually dealing with the top boys of the Premier League as well, getting good results against them, putting the pressure on them, not making it easy for their opposition. And I actually also think, while Declan Rice obviously gets a lot of plaudits and a lot of praise, and rightfully so, from obviously English media and such like that, I actually think the difference maker in that midfield since he came in has been Souček. He's someone that I think could quite easily move into a top 4 club. And I don't just mean top 6, I mean top 4 club. He could go to a top 4 club and do a good job. He could even become a starter, just like he is at West Ham as well. But while West Ham are quite on an upward curve right now, I don't see why any of their players would want to leave. I really don't. And while they're doing well in Europe as well. Anyway, I just wanted to get that in there as well. But I still think Liverpool can go out here and get a 2-1 victory. I really do believe that we can do that. But it's not going to be completely straightforward. It really won't be. And it could also be one of our tougher games of this season. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below about this game. Just ahead of the game, we've got about maybe 50 minutes before kickoff anyway. So looking forward to it, nervous, all that sort of jazz. But hey, we can do well here. But let's keep some perspective. If we get a draw in this game, or God forbid, if we lose this game, it's because West Ham are a decent team as well these days as well. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. Please do take care of yourselves. I hope you have a good afternoon, and I will catch you guys later.